twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
28, Jonathan Taylor.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Taylor, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Levante David. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right, and his throw is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Browns ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield will set up the screen to Balazs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First down, Mayfield. It's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. There he goes inside the 30. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like his code is not work right now for them.
And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Number 28,
the tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
The tackle made.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. And that is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Indianapolis Dallas moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 40.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his target. It's caught for the Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 40 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off 40.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
24, Nick Chubb.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throw here that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
They go play action. Mayfield. Over the middle. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
3 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action here on first down. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll give it to Chubb. Not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Colts 7.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. On third down, Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And just shutting him off there. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for India.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A run for Nick Chubb, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelly Willis. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Browns' 11-yard line.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal there to make the grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Browns 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
At the 33-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Okay, here we go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48.
To Nick Chubb.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back at the 20-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run once more with Taylor. And he's got some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked up by Corey Willis. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rivers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 40.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Mayfield. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Rivers to throw it. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
A 6-yard.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card. Now Mayfield lost the football. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They're going deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 42 yards.
And the Browns.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kalen Ballage, 37 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Rodgers on the return. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Out of his end zone, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Rivers from his own end zone on 3rd down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Colts 34, Browns 28.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Rodgers on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, 30, 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Touchdown.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Odell Beckham.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mayfield now from the 50. Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Baker Mayfield sacked. A loss of 8 yards.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.